Live scene. And we are live.
Welcome to Relax Guardian podcast, episode 15. You are joined by myself, Sebs, and Agnikai. What's been going on, bud?
Busy week. Busy week. Second week of the season. That's been good. Fucking awesome. Awesome first week. Holy shit. I didn't get to play it before the last podcast. What a good start to a season.
What I just have to add, though, let me add something. Guys, if you're not enjoying Destiny, find people to play with.
Seriously.
People to play with is the fucking biggest thing, and it will motivate you. It's fucking, I can't fucking stand how many times I go on Instagram, many times I go on things, this is shit, it's fucking boring. Oh, I've done this, I've done that, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a fucking shit? Find some guys to play with, guys, because it's doing my fucking head in. Get yourself a good clan, maybe not our clan. Go you fucking, get a fucking clan, get some good guys, because they make fucking life a lot fucking better.
It's so much better.
Fucking shit. Fucking kills me. Fucking whinging. It's only the first week. First week of 3 fucking months. Let's whinge. There's nothing to fucking do. Come on, man. Let's fucking do this. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Instagram.
Yeah.
But fucking first week, man. First week was fucking great. And I managed to pick up. I managed to pick up my own fucking engram. It's a fucking shit blue. What can we do? We have to get rid of that cunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was fucking. I don't mind the Battlefields. I think Battlefields is great. Possibly later on, it could get a little bit more tedious. But look, in this type of stuff, it is gonna get repetitive and tedious and stuff like that. What would be cool though, if they just extended it, just push that fucking thing back, so you get more.
We're getting more battlegrounds. We're getting more along the way. We got 2.
Yeah, but more. So instead of the 3 encounters, you get 4 encounters 1 week, 5 encounters, and so it takes that longer. It's more of a raid.
Yeah.
It's like 10 encounters by the end of the 3 fucking months.
But when you hit that boss, it's like literally hitting a fucking brick wall of damage.
He's a sponge, man.
Oh my god! But it's besides the amount of drop pods, and I even had a line from Crow where he's like, "Kill the Cabal, be on the lookout for drop pods," and then I got fucking slammed by one.
Well, in the Red War, why didn't they just shoot a load of drop pods at us? We would have fucking killed us straight away.
That's what we said.
And they would have taken over.
That entire campaign, that was all over Twitter. It's like the drop pods are the main thing that, like the public event on, not the Cosmodrome, EDZ. You know, in that swampy area where the drill is.
Yeah.
Used to be drop pods all the fucking time.
Mate, we would be speaking Cabal right now. If they just shot a load of fucking drop pods, we would all be fucking Cabal. We'd all be speaking Cabal. You'd have tusks.
Yeah.
You would have tusks.
They put tusks on the bitches.
You don't realize how under levels you are. Things are still swords to me.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to get on because I've been working and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But things are still swords, man. It's a bit of a pain and refreshing at the same time, because you're not this fucking super hard guy until you get into Trials.
Yeah.
Trials is another thing. We'll talk about Trials later on.
Trials is rough.
Yeah. But you get rolled. You get fucking rolled. And I'm like, we got guys in the clan, obviously, he's still up. I think fucking Shawnee's up at like 1,300 now.
Shock.
Yeah.
Dude's driving trains playing this game.
Yeah, we'll have to. We may not be able to put up what picture he sent to us. But
Did he send us a picture?
Well, he sent a picture into Discord, and he was all set up. But we can't put her on just in case it goes back to somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, fucking else."
Yeah.
New South Wales fucking people are driving fucking trains or playing computer games.
Oh, yeah. Probably shouldn't post that one.
Yeah, but fucking drop pods, man. I think at one stage, all my team got wiped out.
Yeah.
All of them just by fucking one drop pod.
Oh,
fucking fantastic.
There's been so many times where it's like you can hear it coming, and then it landed behind me, and the guy behind me dies. Yeah. And it's like that moment where it's like the explosion's right there, and you kind of.
It's when you're in Crucible and somebody behind you gets shot.
Yeah.
Or you're the person behind, and there's 3 people in front of you. The other person gets shot because it's gone through.
Yeah.
fuck do you even see me? What the fuck is that shit?
It's always the way, isn't it?
But yeah, man. I don't get me wrong. I like it. I'm enjoying it. I can't deny it. The helm is pretty fucking cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring one thing now. So when you go to the helm, you start talking to the crow, and he's like in this fucking weird little fucking mask. Osiris comes in, says, "Oh, just keep the mask on. Keep the mask on. You be fine." But then, it's the shittiest mask. It's like the fucking Superman fucking disguise.
Yeah.
And you're looking at him. He's wearing a seagull on his chest. So you know it's that fucker. Like, I don't fucking understand. I'm like, I can fucking see it's you. Like, that fucking shite mask that you're wearing. I can still see it's you. And
I can still tell it's you. Yeah.
Yeah. And Zavala's like, oh yeah, like Osiris has just tuned and introduced us to the crow.
Yeah.
Is not anybody else? Nobody else picking putting these fucking bits together?
He's got a different accent. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's struggling there a bit. Oh no! Where's your tape?
Yeah. I'm getting people.
You get roasted in the chat.
I know. I have to take my thing off. I haven't got anything. One second. I haven't got anything to cover my nipple because I won't think about it. But as I'm getting excited, it gets there. Yeah. So he's got this.
What does it say?
Nipple lives matter. Hashtag nipple lives matter. It's actually it's actually the free nipple campaign on Instagram.
Yeah, I do know it. I don't think they meant your nipple, but
we're all a part of it. The conglomerate of a human being.
We are.
If the female's nipples can't be seen, then my nipples not going to get seen, and I all know you.
We're all part of the same areola.
But yeah, it's fucking so obvious. You look at him and you go, because I want to see Zavala. I want to see Zavala going, Osiris, you lied to me.
Oh.
And then he bends over and fucks him up the ass. But
have you seen? I know we're kind of bouncing between topics here. Have you seen that video of Lance something? He voices Zavala doing the meme talk for
reading out. Yeah, man, it's fucking awesome. We fucking killed you. We fucked you.
Claps ass.
It's his one saving grace because I hate Zavala as a character, but I really like him. Like,
he's so committed. He's so committed
he
to the
fucking
character.
loves it. He loves it, and he's a warlock as well. So man, fuck you,
isn't that weird?
Fuck you. How many times I was watching his video because he's got a massive shoulder plate. So how many times do you reckon he's knocked himself out with that fucking shoulder plate before he realizes he can't lift his arm up so fucking high?
You know how like people get so big, muscular that they can't lift their arms up anymore, and so they just get used to not being able to do it.
Yeah,
I think
I have that problem.
I do not, but I think he's at that point where he just doesn't raise his arm above his shoulder.
Yeah, because you can see him in the video. He's like, because you're gonna get smacked. You fucking yourself in the head.
Yeah.
But so they released the new mission for the Dead Man Walking.
Yeah.
Scout Rifle come up.
Yep.
Do you want to leave that till later on, or you want to?
I want to come back to that because there's a couple of questions I have here. What do you think of the new exotic bow?
Look, no time to explain. A Le Monarch. I like.
What?
No time to explain. Eyes of Tomorrow. Sorry. Look, it's good. I like it. I like the hip fire thing. I wish it did slightly more damage, but I understand it's the proc for the explosion. I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of bows. I
just wish everything that had tracking had those diamonds come up on the target that you're going to be tracking for like rocket launchers or whatever you use. That'd be just quality of life thing for me.
Yeah, but it'd only be surely it'd only be the aggressive tracking. The aggressive tracking, like Truth is an aggressive tracker, and what's the
Trinity Girl's another tracking.
Two-Tail Fox.
Two-Tail Fox. Deathbringer? No.
Deathbreak. Yeah, they have those little balls, but they
yeah.
don't track though. They're like a Nova Bomb, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like yeah,
Oh, and Eyes of Tomorrow.
yeah. It is up tomorrow, obviously. But like yeah, it does well. I've been killed with it a few times in PvP, but it could be the fact that I was quite a low level. If you get a crit with it though, it does headshot 12,000 points of damage. It's still a 2-tap.
Yeah.
It's still a 2-tap in Crucible.
I've seen videos of people like rolling around in sixes and they'll all just start hip firing and then all aim for the aim down side at the same time and they're just rolling. They're just rolling. You can't stop them. They're too fast. The tracking's so good that as soon as you peek out from corners, one of them will hit you with a hip fire and the other one will hit you with a precision without even trying.
Okay.
So, yeah. And even if, like, same with Battlegrounds. Like, I ran for a few Battlegrounds and most of the people that did it early on were running it as well. And yeah, it was the same thing. I was just aiming down sight shooting and everything was exploding because there was someone else who's hip firing.
Yeah. Look, is it going to be a showstopper? I think they're so worried now. I think Bungie is so worried about things being showstoppers. Like they fucked up with Swords. They fucked up with the Lament. That they're going, ooh, we're going to exotic, but we don't want it to be super killy. Like PvE, they don't give a shit, and maybe end bosses. That's why they're restricting the damages for them. But yeah, look, I don't think that's the greatest thought process. Is like, oh, we wanted to make it good, gimmicky, but we don't want it to have the damage compared, because that's why they come up and said, oh, you know, the damage reduction on Eyes of Tomorrow now is a mistake.
Yeah.
But we're going to sort that out.
Yeah. We'll see.
So, like, yeah, it's going to be there. It's there by all accounts.
I think it's good for a seasonal exotic. I haven't had or gotten the grenade launcher yet, the one that you can get the 3 ornaments for. I'm hearing that's pretty good.
Well, look, it's just a new mountaintop, isn't it?
I don't think it's that good. I haven't heard that.
The way they just changed the grenade launchers now to detonate on impact.
True.
It's a mountaintop. It's
true. Ambitious Assassin's pretty powerful.
Yeah, like any grenade launcher, if you get hit with a grenade launcher, it's obviously dependent where you're standing away from it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
You know, if it does shoot the void thing, you're going to get hit by void, so you're going to take damage anyway. So,
yep. Sweet. Well, I mean, good for AdGliz. Oh, speaking of AdGliz, how much Gambit have you played trying to get bottom dollar?
I've got it.
You've got bottom dollar.
Yeah, I had it straight away. I had all 3 of them. I had I had bottom dollar fusion rifle and I think it was the sniper rifle.
I've played like 40 games.
Yeah, but you have to be good though. You have to be top. You have to be top. Like you get more chance if you're at the top.
I'm always at the top.
Yeah, but not at the top for the right stuff. Yeah.
What?
Just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. You bank those motes, kill those people, and invade. So you have to be at top of the top for like 3 things.
That's what I do. That's all.
Nah, you're talking shit. You're making stuff
You're the one talking shit. I played a game with you, and you were trying to give me shit because I had a sniper rifle on, and so I was like, "Fuck you! I'll go and invade," and got a fucking 4-piece.
Yeah, I get 4 pieces all the time. Don't be showing off.
You get 4 pieces of stuff like Sleeper Simulant or Queensbreaker, bro. That's how you get fucking truth.
Fucking Queens. Fuck, I hate. Oh, don't talk to me about truth, man. This is such a dirty weapon. Truth. If I was going for invader kills, I would like. If I really needed something, I couldn't kill him by myself. Truth would come out without a fucking doubt. Just shoot it.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. No, I think it is a very low drop rate.
Yeah.
But I had a shit one.
Yeah, well, it's got a insanely large perk pool. Like, it's got almost every perk in the game. That's what's making it very difficult for people to get god rolls on it, especially with the new perks that have been introduced this season. Not to mention just get one in general. Like, I'm seeing people on Twitter that are like, I've just won 50 games total, or played 50 games total. I didn't get a single one. I didn't even see one drop.
Yeah, look. Don't know, man. I don't know. It's I can't even remember which one I got. I'll see if I can find it now. I actually think I deleted it, to be honest.
It's kind of funny watching it happen because it's like it's just the polar opposite of what everyone's problem was when Beyond Light dropped. Of we don't have any weapons that we want to go for, and now it's like we have this weapon we want to go for, but it's taking too long to fucking get it. It's like, well,
You can't.
but you're going to get it. You're grinding
at-
the game. You're playing what you need to be playing to get the gun you want. This is what you wanted.
Yeah, but look at the Galliard. Is it the Galliard X something? The auto rifle from the Black Armories.
Oh, I can't remember,
Right.
but sure.
That was the. If you had if you had Zen Moment and Rangefinder, it was the best. It was the best auto rifle in the game. You
Okay.
cross map, but it was only a 2% chance of it ever dropping.
Wow.
Yeah. So I did 100. I did a. Christ, I got the ship, so I did 100 high weapon things, whatever the fuck they're called. I did 100 of them plus whatever else I did, and I got 2. I think they were fucking ass. But if you could get it, and they weren't even dropping, so you used to be able to do the cheat, the Black Armory cheat, where you just kind of drop yourself low level and then you get like crap.
Yeah,
wouldn't even
farming,
drop off
yeah.
that. Wouldn't even drop off that. Absolute fucking shit drop. It was 2% because he was the best gun in the game, and the people who got him fucking wrecked with the gun.
Yeah.
But it's just what it is, man. Like how are you gonna get people to play the game if you get it on the first try? Then
Yeah.
people no longer going to go in there.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's too hard, then people get pissed off and never go in there again. So
I don't think it's too hard at this point, though. Like, it's not a hard activity. It's just Gambit, you know? Sometimes it sucks because everyone's in there right now, and there's a lot of 4-man stacks, and, like, there's videos of Glad, for example, with the fucking Titan chest piece, that, like, 3 seconds they kill the Primeval with the Thunder Crash.
yeah,
You get shit like that, and that sucks, but at the same time, that Gambit matches over really fast, and it's still a trop chance. It's not, if
Yeah.
I lose, I'll never get it.
Yeah.
Like, trials shit. So it's like, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's still, you know, it's faster than trying to get raid drops as well, for example. Like, I still don't have an Eyes of Tomorrow, and how many times have I raided?
yeah, but you're not top though, are you?
Fuck off with this top shit.
You're not top in the raid though, are you?
What do you mean? What are you, dark?
If you become operator, then you'd be top. But you're obviously just a fucking dirty suppressor.
I see.
It's alright, mate. It's alright. It's
Okay.
alright, mate. I will allow you to do operator this weekend.
Allow
We'll see
me.
what. I will. I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it.
I could use a
I know.
scout rifle then. Anyway,
Okay, cool.
don't you usually
What?
scout? Anyway.
No. I get shitty weapons. I get like a little pistol and the divinity. Because
Oh, I'll have to be. Oh, no.
no, I'd be that. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I got all that. Look. I've aimed for the gilded. I've aimed for the gilded. I'm nowhere fucking near it.
I've seen one person with every gilded title you can get so far.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, don't ask me how my sleep schedule is, and it's just flawless. Dredge and all the other 2 that you can get so far.
Crucible.
Crucible, Unbroken, and there's another one. I forget what the one is, but yeah. And then I guarantee he'll have Conqueror when Grandmasters come back.
Yeah. Well, we all have to do that because obviously adept weapons will be coming.
Yes.
And I also got the auto rifle as well.
Shadow
But,
Cross. We were
yeah.
in like 3 medium
Yeah.
level, like 1270s for Nightfalls, and then you got it on the 1300, didn't you?
I got on 1300 and so did
Yeah.
Seiko, the one after that. We'll be
Yeah.
running some tonight, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Palindrome.
trials.
Palindromes tonight, man.
Good, Marv. We're good, bud.
Yeah.
Palindromes tonight. But trials.
Hmm.
We won. We did the 3 runs,
Mm-hmm.
and we got them without any fucking issue whatsoever. But as soon as we did the 3,
Yeah.
we started coming up against 1300s, and then you're a fucking 1288 or 1280 or whatever the fuck it is.
I was 1270 at the
Yeah.
time, because you lose your artifact, obviously.
Yeah.
So I was 1270 gear, and I went from 3 tapping people crit to 4 tapping people crit.
Yeah.
And they were. I was just too low a level to keep up with the pace so they could kill me,
Yeah.
which sucked, but it is what it is.
I was having, like, when we did it before the end of the season, I could easily three fucking 3 round bursts, three 3 round bursts with a little pistol I got and wipe people out.
Yeah.
I froze somebody, I 3 round burst him, half damage. He managed to break out of my eyes, run away, run around, and fucking kill me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is no fun.
It's rough. It's first week, people. I don't know if bounty hoarding really helped, but people definitely 3-character ran everything, did all the challenges.
But you get obviously artifact level, but you don't gain any light level. You don't get any power level off that.
Yeah, they're doing their artifact, and the artifact affects the gear drop rate power as well.
No, they stopped that. That got stopped, didn't it?
I don't think so.
It doesn't give you everything. Comes in is capped at your level, what everything gets brought up to. So if you were 1250, so just say you're 1270. Yeah, I am right. Yeah. So if you're 1270, your artifact gets taken off you at the beginning of the thing, so you drop down to 1250. Done. Right. Everything that you get off your bounty hoarding will only ever drop at 1250. Your artifact level will go up. Obviously, the season pass thing will go up, but it will only ever, if you get your armor pieces, they will only ever drop at 1250
through the season pass.
Yeah,
but through the world drops, wouldn't it be higher?
No, because you're not getting any world drops. You're just handing in bounties.
Yeah, I know, but like you do the bounty hoard and you get the artifact power, right? Yeah. And then you go into the world and you start world grinding.
Yeah. But the bounty hoarding, then you get rid of all your bounty. You get all your bounty hoarding because they are capped at 1250. So you get the glimmer, you get all the experience, and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, I think we're on circles here.
To feed the sevs, as head goes. So we got rolling trials, but we got the new fusion rifle, which is at 3 drops.
Yeah. Pulse rifle. Sorry. The messenger.
People. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was fucking mayhem or some shit like that. People were saying that if it drops with Desperado, it doubles the fucking the rate of fire.
Yeah, it's the Redrix broadsword perk that was only on Redrix broadsword. Now on this gun,
I can never use fucking Redrix broadsword either.
Well, then you can't use this fucking gun either. But that's why we got it, and I was like, wow, I got one with Killing Wind and Headseeker. And I was like, yeah, that might be a good perk. Headseeker, good. And then I got fucking Roll again. I was like, why does this gun suck? But everyone seems to be really happy about it. And then I learned about Desperado.
Yeah, but it's they run it with, and I would imagine it'd make a difference once we have higher levels where we can combat, because guys are at 1303.
Yeah.
Like with their power level, with their obviously the artifact taken off, so that's fucking monstrous.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're definitely like gone in, done all their powerfuls on all 3 characters in that leading up to that Saturday fucking trials, which is insane. There's so much time sunk into that.
So they'd be Crucible in it, because after every level you get a powerful gear. So they were just Crucible all the way until the fucking soft cap, which is at 1300. Soft cap's 1300, hard cap's 1310, end cap is 1320. Or was it the other way around, 290 or whatever?
I thought 1310 was the hard cap. Like that's the end of the season.
Well, sorry, that's it. So soft cap will be 1290.
Yeah.
Hard cap 1300.
Yeah. And then max is 1310. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Because I was doing that new mission today, and I was getting gear, like blue gear drop at 1290, which would be soft cap. And then it would have to be powerful pinnacles all the way up to 1310, wouldn't it?
Alright, Dark is saying you get a prime, sorry, I'm wrong, you get a prime engram every 3 levels. But up until the soft cap, a prime is 2 levels higher than what you originally got anyway. So it's up until the soft cap, it's everything
works. Yeah, everything works up until soft cap, and then you need your powerful. Yeah, and then you need your pinnacles. Yeah, from 1300 to 1310.
Yeah, it's like I love the grind. I love Season of the Chosen. I don't like fucking Crow's fucking dumb mask. Like it's fucking shit. And I understand Osiris is still there, but how has he still got the power? Because I'd be like, well, yeah, I'm gonna fucking ghost.
It's respect. It's a respect thing.
But he's got
about
kicked
it.
out. Zavala kicked him out of the fucking. Zavala kicked him out of the city. He had to come in because in one of the clips, Zavala, he was talking about getting kicked out of the city and him having to come back in disguise.
Oh yeah, that was in the past when he was banished, but
Yeah.
he's been welcomed back now since the Curse of Osiris campaign.
Because they need more gays in the city. I think
It's you know what
discrimination.
you know what it really is. It's literally because no other voice actors will come and work, but Osiris and Zavala and Lord Shax. No, not Lord Shax.
Saladin.
Saladin, thank you.
All
will
right.
do the work.
So Saladin's the guy out of Iron Banana, isn't he?
Yeah.
So why is it when he enters on the helm, he looks like he's completely fucking different face?
It's just the holographic look.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It was interesting that he was the one that did all the voiceover for the intro, not the cutscene, but the like montage before it, the like trailer montage bit where he was like talking about we took out all these cabal and then we dealt with a murderer being Rasputin and all this shit. And it's like it was time we took back our own power.
But do you think they doing that to be able to introduce an Iron Lord arc, like a story arc for the Iron Lords?
Oh, we already. Oh, maybe we
'Cause they-
deal with Siva again somehow.
Oh, look, well, possible, but
We've got Outbreak. We know Siva's being kept somewhere still by the Cryptarchs, at least in some way.
I suppose, yeah. I suppose you're right. It is
So-
there somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll figure it out. Maybe when we go back to the old tower properly and not just for that one mission, it might be part of that then.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So back to the helm.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you look out of the helm and you see the skyline, the city skyline in front of you.
Mm.
Do you reckon that is going to be like an open city district, something that you can kind of go down there and have a little potter about, you know? Because there's so many games that you can just go into the city, have a little potter
We
about.
had that bit. I mean, we didn't get to do it, but there was that end of last year after Arrivals. You got to go down into the city for like the last half an hour that the servers were active. So there is a play space that has been developed already where you can walk around the streets and whatnot. So
Yeah.
maybe it'll come back. Who knows? It was very
It'd be
fucking
pretty
annoying
fucking cool.
that we didn't get to do that because we have jobs and it was the middle of the
Yeah.
day here in Australia. But Sevs want a city red light district.
Hey, you can do it on fucking Grand Theft Auto 5. Or actually, on most of the Grand Theft Autos. Let me sleep. Let me sleep with some blue women. Let me sleep with some blue women.
Let me awaken.
let me awaken some awakened women. All right.
Yeah.
So, Twab.
Go
After
for it.
all that thing. All right. The Twab is look. It's very very light. They show what's going on, what's happening, proving grounds, and Iron Banana, guardian games, and all that sort of stuff. Like, there's new aspects. So there's new aspects. The Warlock one is
Sucks.
basically, yeah, like it's an intern thing again, isn't it? It's an intern thing. Goes, oh, let's eat your grenade, put it against the wall, and you turn it into a fucking cannon that does shit. The Titan one is dumb as fuck. It just makes him stupidly overpowered, especially with the Behemoth fucking super that they have that goes for about fucking 40 minutes.
You know that slot, if you don't know in the chat, Titans get a new aspect now where they slide. If they melee during their slide, they put their glacial wall up in front of them by about 6 meters. That, if you throw that up, that can fully tank a full blade barrage super. Like, that'll just protect you from it. And it's not even a super. It's just a fucking slide. Like,
So why isn't Titans getting fucking nerfed hardcore? I don't understand why Warlock's like, fuck that, nah, you're not being able to freeze people for 50 minutes.
because
Crucible match.
Bungie's a Titan.
Yeah. Because it's just fucking like you slide your 20 meters, whatever the fucking that dumb slide is. You uppercut them, bang, they're done.
Dark said because of the new exotic, no Titan is using stasis. No Titan is using stasis in PvE because Titan in PvE is fucking stupid. Titans in PvP stasis is amazing. So
Yeah.
that's the crossover difference there. Doubles the damage of arc super is what the Titan chest piece exotic does now. So like I said earlier, 3 Titans Thunder Crashing a Gambit Primeval after it's been Tractor Cannon for the debuff will fucking wipe it. Like on 2 Primeval stacks, it was just dead.
Can boost it to 322% damage.
It's like having Trench Barrel in a Superman. It's a joke. But anyway.
But the issue you got though is there's like how many fucking Titans in our clan? Like 1, and he's not that fucking good. So him being able to aim a fucking the arc fucking thing, you know, Dark's our only Titan. He's fucking ass. So
yeah, what's annoying is that this chess piece does the only thing that a hunter was good at, which was Celestial Nighthawk Golden Gun, because this Titan Super makes it more powerful than that. So now it's basically worthless running a hunter, and you may as well run 5 Titans in a Warlock and do that super straight into that fucking Tanix boss while the Warlock just does so well.
Well, like Nova Bomb is still a thing. It's not as hardcore as it used to be, I think, but it's still doing a fair bit of damage on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So how much is? Yeah, so if you are Thunder Crash in 3, and like a Golden Gun can't put down a Primeval down.
No.
Like, and a Nova Bomb, a Golden Gun does 999, fucking almost 1 million points of damage.
Yeah.
If it's on certain number on the Primeval stack. So what the fuck is what is the crit? What numbers are we seeing?
I don't even think you see numbers. I think you just see this. Okay, it's dead. Pop up.
But you see numbers at the end. You see.
Oh.
Base Thunder Crash did 60k. Boosted Thunder Crash did 230k. That's not too crazy. Like you'll do a Golden Gun on you do a Golden Gun on Riven, you get like
150.
Yeah, because we used to do when I was doing Riven with my Chaos Reach, I was getting 4 million points of damage originally. So I do 6 rockets, Chaos Reach. You'd clock about 4 million points of damage.
Yeah.
The Primeval thing is pretty fucking trash though, but
Primevals are meant to be sponges, and it's just the fact that it whops it so quickly. But we'll see what happens. And like Dark said earlier in the chat, Titans are just one-manning strike bosses now, which half of them have an immunity phase. Oh no, you can usually just get them before they hit that immunity phase, besides the fucking Fanatic. I fucking hate that strike so much. It's so bad. Especially now that we have Devil's Lair back, and that strike is so damn good. And that was also the ordeal this week, and you and Seika were fucking loving it. All of the enemies, it's always something happening. It's like, it's not long because it's like spread out across an entire fucking location, like the reef, like the entire reef. It's 4 areas, but it takes so long to get between each area that it feels like a long strike.
Yeah, the Devil Lair is a fucking long thing. And then if you're doing it because we are under leveled, yes, we are fighting a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to fucking chip away the big servitor. You're trying to, the 4 little fucking servitors come up. You're trying to chip away at them. There's more fucking people come out. Seiko's just fucking rolling around in the floor in the fucking corner doing shit all. I'm taking the brunt. I'm fucking carrying the team. Because I'm on top.
That 1300. We didn't have any solar damage to take down those shanks besides when I had my heavy with my Xenophage. And so it was just like we'd get all the other enemies down, and then it's like, all right, focus fire on one shank, and then we can go from there. And it's like 4 clips from each of us.
But the thing was, those fucking I Nova bombed one of those shanks, and it would take 1 shank down, but then servitor, 1 servitor down, and then would roll damage, slight damage into the next one. Usually it'd take all 4 out.
Yeah,
but whatever.
It's struggle street up in there.
Yeah. All right. So look, the TWAB is, like I said, it's light. There's new stuff coming. Like the word on the street is bomb dollars are pretty spicy. 120 hand cannon. I got it. I don't usually use fucking hand cannon. They are brought in a supported an initiative for Black Lives Matter with the racism in America. I'm not going to go into that because we are not a political podcast. I'm just bringing it up so I don't get fucking ragged for not bringing it up. A lot of quest details on the thing. Like,
there wasn't like a list of bug fixes or anything. There's nothing that we really know about at the moment that's going to be changing in the game.
Yeah, there's nothing, man. There's just bug fixes and all that sort of fucking trash and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's just fucking. It was something on there that I thought was pretty cool, but I've completely fucking lost it now.
I would expect this Friday coming to be a bit more filled out with like, we got the next Battlegrounds coming. Here's what to expect. Maybe it's mechanically different, not just get through each wave and then you can go and face the final boss. Maybe it's like, you're going to have to figure out the new steps to the new challenge. Kayado wants you to learn more or whatever. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, there was a little thing about when they talked about the Cosmodrome. There's another guy that you have to kill because he's going to get brought up to the War Council. All right, what I did find pretty good, though, players now can turn in Gunsmith material 100 at a time and Vanguard tokens 20 at a time, enough to get a full rank. There we are.
Oh, good.
So instead of clocking that 20 up to 100 in Gunsmith, because I have 40,000 or something dumb fucking crap like that. So, and then I got Vanguard tokens, so we can get them in 20 at a time, so we can just do a full rank up.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new Crucible rank up?
Oh, where you get what is it?
Yeah,
Engram and the materials.
Yeah.
All out to an Ascendant Shard. No, the golf ball.
Yeah.
All out to that, and then after you get that golf ball, it goes to just looping in through engrams. I like it. I prefer it. It's better than, and I'm still looking at the Vanguard fucking token system, and it's like, if I hand in tokens, I'll get a 1250 engram. Like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, because they obviously were doing the loot farming, so you'd go up one light level, then you go around to all the vendors, you buy all the shit off them, and then you jump yourself up to that light level, then you go and get another one. So like,
another thing that's annoying is even the Vanguard engram drops, at most they're like 60 stat rolls, like they're very low.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the point?
I had one the other day, it was 37. Like, I didn't even think that was fucking possible.
It was just all mobility.
Yeah.
Mobility's it's like a class item. It's just like one bar.
But I'm trying to do a new... Oh, that's another shout out, guys. If you've got any Warlock builds, send them to me. Because I'm trying to redo my Warlock. I kind of fucked it up over the last couple of seasons. I got like high mobility that does shit all. So I'm looking for...
Are you boycotting the Well Radiance?
No.
Are you one of the boycotters? Have you seen this?
No. I viewed of it, but I'm not savvy on the details.
So essentially, it was just someone made a Reddit post saying that they're sick of being the Well Divinity bitch in raids because they constantly get powerful supers, like you were saying earlier, and then they get nerfed into the ground super fucking fast, but Titans and Hunters get to run around and be powerful for ages.
Yeah.
So that a bunch of players that boycotted, they're no longer... Well or Divinity in raids, they'll only be damage output because they want to be something different for once.
Yeah, but the issue you've got is damage output. So we'll work on Riven, okay? Riven is now a certain thing that you can't use. I don't think you can use Chaos Reach on her because you'll like activate the eyes. Because once you do a damage phase, if you hit into the face, you activate the eyes, she wipes out and stuff like that. Right, cool. All right. Nova Bomb does not work in Garden of Salvation. Chaos Reach does not work in Garden of Salvation. It just doesn't work. It's just not there. Golden Gun is the only thing, and even Titans, anything Titans throw in Garden of Salvation doesn't work. Doesn't reach. Oh, it does reach, but it just does absolute fuck all damage.
Yeah.
Same with Titans on Riven. Does absolute damage because you've got area effects. So the only thing that'll reach them is hammers. Hammers got the explosion. It just doesn't.
Destroys eyes, yeah.
Yeah, destroys eyes. So it's the only thing that we can do because you have hunters and you get other people. It's just what we have. It's just at the end of the day, we are the medic class as such. We're not a medic class. We do damage. We do a fair amount of damage. But at the moment, none of our none of our stuff will actually do fair amount of damage. Taniks, nobody uses fucking very little people. I'm not going to say nobody uses it because there might be people out there that do, but it's better to kill him with double shorties, anarchy, and whatever it is. Yeah, you don't have to be a thing, but it's good to have the weld because you are putting out the damage. And then Nova. So what you're doing is you shoot him with Nova, you drop his 4 balls, and then when you get into damage phase, you go one person with a weld. It's just what it is. Like, I understand the boycott, and I do understand the nerfing, like the hardcore nerfing, like you said, as like Titans running around with Behemoth for 50 minutes, and then the Silence of the Squall that chases you around the fucking map, or Golden Gun, or the
Blade Barrage.
The
worst one's that damn Shade Step. No, the Void Blade dancers. I can never remember its damn name.
But you can get them though. You can knock them out, and that's fair enough. It's the one that pisses me off is the spinny arky thing, where you shoot an overbomb on them. You expect it, and then it bounces back and it fucking kills.
Yeah,
like, that is fucked.
And then you got the Raiju harness exotic chest piece on the Hunter, which extends it even longer.
Yeah. So, look, it's there. I understand the people's annoyance, and I understand what it is, but I'm not the guy to turn and goes, I'm not going to use fucking thing, because at the end of the day, somebody else has to use it. If not, you're going to be fucking wiping all the fucking time.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I like the boycotting, but Chaos Reach was nerfed. Tickle Fingers was nerfed, I think. I think even Nova Bomb like possibly could be nerfed. Stasis has been nerfed. Yes, I understand. But like, if you go back to what their classifications are, so if you just run with the classifications, so if you turn around and get the classifications, Titan is damage. Titan is a sponge. He's the tank. So he just sits there. If we use World of Warcraft thing, Titans will sit there, take the damage. They're the ones that aggro. Hunters should be like the Thief class, and they do trickle damage. So they come in, knife them, trickle damage, and they slowly tick off over time as the poison damage or whatever the fuck. The Warlock, if you class as what they say, they're a space wizard. So that damage should be bang, fucking high damage straight away. But we can't do that because every time they give us a super, they nerf the shit out of it. And I understand that in PvP, but what they should do is just maybe reduce the amount of reduce the amount of damage that can come in on PvP, and then have it at full bore when you're out in the PvE world, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I can see that. It's funny too, because in Destiny 1, Hunters were the support class from basically Taken King onwards, because that's when we initially got the tether. And so from then on, we didn't have well ratings or anything. Warlocks would just be self-res, especially in hard raids, because you didn't get a res token or anything. If you died in a hard raid, you were dead unless you were a Warlock, and you had a super, you could bring yourself back to life.
Yeah.
So that's all a Warlock was really used for. And then Titans were always bubble. So it's only... What am I trying to say here? We basically need one of the other two classes, Hunter or Titan, to get some sort of support role mechanic put into their subclasses from now on, whichever super we get coming in, to make it so that the Warlock doesn't have to be the only class that does it. You know what I mean?
But that's what you always have, these classes. We pick a Warlock. If you don't like it, go be a different class.
That's true.
Like in World of Warcraft, you had different stages. So you had a cleric, which was a priest, but he had different aspects. So you could do damage, you could do healing, and then there's another one. So when people used to go, oh, I need a cleric to give me healing, they go, what class are you? You go, actually, I'm a death fucking cleric or whatever the fuck it was. And so they'd never use you because you were there just purely to do damage over time. Yeah. So you're useless all the other healing because that's the way your tree fucking went, type of thing.
Yeah.
But they have Titans do. They have the bubble. They have that bubble. They have the bubble that supports that thing, but you can't do any fucking damage out of it. You know, maybe have the bubble that you can shoot out of, like the big bubble.
We have the Titan wall Yeah, it just warlocks just do what titans and hunters can do better. You know, you get the overshield, you get the instant healing, you get the buff to weapons as well. It's not as powerful as weapons of light, but you can't shoot out of the bubble for weapons of light.
Yeah.
So you do the run through, and then you jump in the well, and then when the weapon runs out, the well is still there, giving you a buff. And you also get, when you put on Lunafaction boots, you get a buff to range. Like, it's just such an all-around support class.
Yeah.
But people are sick of it.
We choose to do this. If you don't like it, go be a hunter. Go be a fucking titan, whatever the fuck you want.
And
all right.
Like you said, it's not like we're locked into classes like World of Warcraft. Like Warcraft is, you are locked into that character. You can't just go, oh, I'm going to be a hunter now. Or a thief. It's like, if you want to change, it's a lot easier to go, all right, hunter, let's go. Yeah. Just transfer all my weapons, and then my gear will come off nice and fast.
Yeah, well, you can do that. But you still have to build your character all the way up.
Yeah.
So they had a druid class where you could be a healer, you could be a tank, and you could be a thief. So your tank would be like a Moomin or whatever the fucking moon thing with the horns and stuff, and then you'd have like a fucking panther or something like that. I can't fucking remember. And then the main one was a healer. So you could do all three classes, but you would never do them as best as a thief or a fucking fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you could fucking do whatever the fuck you wanted. You could be whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
And I kind of do that. Like I usually go for like not support class, but I'm more of a wizardy guy, because every game that I ever play, I'm always like a wizard or somebody who can do magic, and that's the only reason. But like,
I'm always the other way.
Hunters is shit. Anyway,
Hunters did one thing good, and our Titans do it better. So I'm like,
true, but that could be a mistake though. That could be a mistake. That could be an issue that's arisen, and then they go, "Oh, that's not fucking right. Why you fucking thunder crashing?"
I think it'd be interesting to see if they do nerf that, and then see how people react to now the Hunter chest exotic. Because do you know what that does yet?
I haven't really looked into it, to be honest.
Anyway, so it's a Void Blade Dancer one, all based around invisibility.
Yes.
So when you're invisible, you get more armor, and when you're already in that super for the blade, shadow blade, whatever, you already get a ton of armor, and then you get that buff on top of that. And then also you can, if you make your teammates invisible, they get more armor in that invisibility as well. So it's a lot more shared around. I'm not going to be surprised if we get past this Titan bit, and it's like, okay, that gets brought probably closer to celestial damage, and then everyone starts going, I can't kill fucking invisible people in PvP anymore because of this Hunter chest piece. And then that goes...
Yeah, because I was in Crucible the other day, and little fucker was just sat in the corner. Couldn't see him. He wasn't moving. And then he fucking... Yeah. And fucking killed me.
Spooky.
All right. Let's roll on. We've been talking for fucking ever. We still have to do the Vex.
Do you want to do Vex, or do you want to talk about the secret mission and then finish on Vex?
Talk about secret Vex. I'll finish on that. I'll finish off on
Vex. What a mission.
I'm just going to do... What I need to do, though, is the slow clap. Whoever designed this in Bungie, well fucking done. Well fucking done. Because I fucking loved it. Like, because, like, you land in there. I'm not going to... Oh, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to fucking talk about it. Because you land in there, and I was like, oh, look at that. It's fucking... Because I didn't even go to the front door. You know, when you land into the ship and you go up there. I didn't even go there. I was like, oh, I wonder what's... like. I just went on the tandem, man. Like, you jumping around, and it turns out that was the way that you were supposed to go.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. I'm out in space, because it reminds me of the Deep Stone Crypt.
Yeah, the space jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you just jump around, man, and then it's you have to flick the switches, and you go back. Oh, you can't get onto certain things, and blah blah blah. And it was fucking awesome, man. It was really, I fucking love it.
That mechanic.
Such a good.
The spores to get through the walls and everything, and then it's like, just the way they use it for puzzling. And it's like, there was one point where, minor spoiler, it was like, you have to get to this spore, you get to this invisible wall, that you go a bit further through, but you can't quite get to the end of this room yet, so you have to unlock a different door to get to the different spores, and then you gotta go back and then bounce between to get through that last. Fucking amazing. I made it flawless all the way through up until that one point, and I don't know if you ran into the same problem. There's a vent, right? And spoilers for anyone that hasn't done this bit yet. Sorry. Not the Star Wars squish bit. I got through that very fucking luckily.
do you?
I got through.
Oh wow.
Amazing. I saw it coming, and I was like looking on the floor for everything to fucking shoot. I just knew that was going to be that room mechanic. After that, where there's that vent where it's like you can jump down and then it just fucking instant kills you. Like you can't avoid it.
Yeah, you can't do shit.
I jumped and everything, and it's still fucking coming up.
Yeah, because I was in the trash compactor, and I was like, "Fuck me, this Star Wars! How the fuck am I gonna stop this?" And
You're looking for a rod.
I was looking at the walls and I'm looking at the ceiling. I was like, and then you're fucking dead. You're like, motherfucker. All right. Let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go back into this fucking thing.
The screams was such a good distraction, but I saw the floor open, and that's a hint for anyone that hasn't done it. I saw the floor open, and I was like, fuck, okay, that's it. What am I looking for?
Yeah, man, it's spectacular. And then you get it all, and it's the puzzle, and then you go, oh shit, if I forgot something to go back, and then it's the trash compactor thing, oh fuck, I need to go back. Yeah. Went all the way back to the start. And then they just bring out, oh, you have to shoot the crystals.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even, like, lead you into that. Like, it just says, fucking latches go down. Oh, now I'm fucking shooting crystals.
Yeah. And it's like it's like, what a great setup. And it was just such a great, like, it only seems like a small ship. And, like, it's not the Almighty. It's not anywhere near the Leviathan. But the use of having to traverse it through the vents and all these other back pathways, and not just running through main doors, and like having to shoot the electrical coils to open up doors. Whoever sat down as a level designer and planned that out, because it's like a 3D model, they plan out each section. Whoever fucking did that, you must be bald, because like you would be so stressed thinking about that shit. Holy crap.
On so many levels, because you have to kind of go up, all right, and then I have to go through this part, and that leads me out, and then drops me back into the other part. All right, that's opened the door to there. Now then I have to jump through there, get a fucking little fucking buff thing to get through the other thing. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was fantastic. And then I don't know. They kind of explained why they were up there.
Yeah.
But then I'm like,
okay, so you made it all the way to the boss room.
Yeah. The locust guy.
Yeah. The fight that you do in the hangar, and then you fight the two abominations, and then just after that, whose voice did you get just after that room? Do you remember?
Cyrus, I think it was.
I got Aldrin.
Oh no, I didn't have Aldrin at all the way through.
I got Aldrin first, and then I got Gaul.
Oh, what?
Yeah. See, people are saying that they got Sagira and Callus, Cade, and...
I got Callus in one of them.
Vince, like, I got Angelina Jolie. People got Cade, people got Gaul, and Aldrin. Those are the 5.
Hopefully it'd be a rerun, because I'd like to run it.
It's a random roll exotic, so that probably starting next week be a doable mission.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How cool is that?
That's fucking cool. Yeah, it's awesome. Like, fair play to the guys. They did fucking well. They did really fucking... It's the first time I've seen puzzles in Destiny. It's the first time that you've actually gone in and gone, all right, I need to do this to open that door. It's usually kill this, bang, then it's a time gated thing, then that opens.
Yeah.
Look at what the crow is. You get all the way through a little puzzle, you shoot the fucking people, that opens that door, you go up there, you shoot that person, that opens another door. So it's very linear, what we come to expect in Destiny, that you kill something, you move on.
Yeah. It was it was pretty for Harbinger. It was pretty it wasn't so technically difficult to get through.
Yeah.
There was no like brand new mechanic or anything like the spores to get through the invisible wall, the levers to open certain doors.
No, it's all done before, but it's never what I would call it. Most probably is a dungeon, but they seem to be bringing out like Harbinger and that type of things where you can just run in there, get your exotic, random roll exotic at the end of it, and then you roll on.
It does feel like a dungeon, like a really just fantastic. If I don't really see why they don't call it a dungeon, but at the same time, I understand lore-wise, it's a weird spot. So
But
cool.
it was absolutely fantastic. But then the kids, I had to go and pick the kids up, and then I was like,
Yeah, so you didn't get past that fight. Boss fight. Let's just sit on that real quick. What a great use of a boss fight. Holy shit.
who is Locust? Do I know who Locust is? So have we met Locust? Sorry, the wife just
think so. He's
no, I didn't think
he's. I don't know if he's supposed to be the same character as one of the barons from Forsaken, or if he's just like a reuse of the same model. I'm not really sure.
Show me his hits. Show me his hits on camera. Let's go.
No, not on camera. We'll get in trouble.
But yeah, because they said about he got touched by the darkness and he was basically he was tested on. He was
altered.
Yeah, well, no, they said that the one that I heard, because I don't know what you've heard, is that he was examined and experimented on and stuff like that.
Oh.
So
I don't remember that.
That's what I heard. I'll have to get. I'll get the voice. I'll get the voice. The snippet. The dialogue.
From when I think Osiris says the same thing the whole way through because he's reading to you the different passages from a Mott or something about Callus.
Yeah.
At least we got. I know Harbinger was supposed to have voice lines throughout that mission. I still don't think they've patched in the voice lines yet.
No, we've done. I've had one voice line.
Yeah,
that's it. And
it's supposed to be filled out that entire time, the same as this new one. Yeah. I don't think it's been fixed yet, but just great use of the lore.
Fantastic. It was great, and I don't understand where the Callus' ship or what type of Callus' ship was, but it's fantastic. I was like, ooh, like really, ooh, good stuff. Ooh.
Yeah. Callus, it gave Callus a reason for leaving, like why the Leviathan left our system as well, because it's like Callus didn't just piss off because Ziva Wrath showed up. He took off because he wanted to go and commune with the darkness again. He's going to all the places that it touched. Like that ship was in orbit of Mars after Mars had disappeared, and something happened there, and then that ship got taken over by darkness, I guess. Well, what's also interesting is that inside of that ship looks like the inside of the derelict, the thing that the Drifter is towing behind his ship. Like the plants are coming to life and everything. So, which is gifted by the Nine. So, are the Nine part of the darkness as well, or do they have the power of the darkness? Is the darkness just a void? It's all more questions that we need answers to.
Yeah, but the issue is the law will roll on. The law is the way the law describes the Leviathan that is attached to our solar system. So if we destroy the Leviathan, it destroys the solar system. For him to turn around and take himself away now, it kind of contradicts the law as such. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a moot point. Maybe they're just going to ignore it and kind of just hope it fucking goes away,
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, that boss room. Do the damage to the boss, so he goes underneath. You're in like a very contained room, and it's like 2 levels. And it's like, you kill the guards, you deactivate the boiler room beneath you, and you go underneath, and it's like... It's just so contained, and it's like... You feel very claustrophobic, and it's very scary, and he's just that big dude with a fucking mace, and he's just like slamming the ground, and it's... You got nowhere to jump, you got nowhere to run, you just got to be quick, damage, and jump out. Oh, so good. I'm so glad that we don't get to just sit there and be like, alright guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tether him from all the way over there, and then I'm going to run up, I'm going to pop a well, we're going to do our swords, and if we get bounced back, we're just going to fly 50 meters in the air, land, and do it again.
Because if you're in the middle... doing damage to him, because I ran in with a sword. Mm-hmm. So the initial one was drop everything, alright, cool, shut it all down, jump down, bang, he's fucking there, kills me. That's what I was like, he just fall down, bang, fucking kill me. So I was like, alright, let's fucking restart this. And I thought, oh fuck, I'm just gonna fucking annihilate him with the sword, because that's what we've been doing lately, is just fucking annihilating the things with the swords. So you're fucking going up to him, swinging your sword, you get him down the third of the health. You're there. Shit comes on fire.
Yeah.
You're a dead man.
Yeah.
Bang, you're fucking dead. So you, like you said, you have to get the fact that you go down, do it. Because I changed to Nova Bomb, so I go and think, fucking release the Nova Bomb. It does 3/4 of the third down damage, and then you just pepper him,
Yeah.
bang, and then
run.
fucking you jump in.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell, look, bro.
And the first couple of times you like freak out and you get scared and you get stuck.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly say, Dark, they're not alien plants on the ship. It's an after effect of the darkness doing something to that ship. That's what's happening there. They're not just plants that have just like been set loose on the fucking ship that the Cabal had stored on there. They don't need plants. That's not how they work. Just okay. Just going off what your comment said.
Alright. Yeah, so, and it's cool. And then you get down, shit comes at you, you fucking die. Or you, something that they do, so if you're taking damage, you don't jump high enough. You just kind of go, oh, hi, call me Y, and are you on the developers? Are you the developers of Destiny 2?
No, we're not the developers of Destiny 2.
Yeah, mate.
We're just a couple of people that play the game.
Yeah. Whatever your name is.
He said, "Call me Y." Or they.
Oh,
sorry.
call me Y. Yeah. So no. Yeah, and then you can't get up, and you're floating, and then you fucking fall in. You can't mantle onto that little pipe.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
yeah.
And then you just fall into the fucking fire and die.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like,
There
you
was-
motherfucker.
There was so many times where I would drop down, do my damage, and then I would try and jump back up, and I'd smack my head, and then he was like teleporting my screen. It was kind of a weird thing happening.
Yeah.
He would teleport to me, and then I would get stuck, and then he would do his flame that would, the mace attack that would get stuck, but the flame shoots along the ground.
Yeah.
But because it shoots like to 3 squares length, it's fucking annihilating me.
Just fucks you up, and then you don't realize that once that third damage, everything fucking starts on fire. So then you're fucking dead again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's just such a great thing, so annoying. It doesn't help that there were red bars. Everything was swords. So
yeah.
that's so was that 10 levels too low?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly, I think skulls are 20 levels.
Yeah.
Swords are like 10 levels or some shit like that.
Vinny is loving you tonight. He reckons you're the meat on this plate and I'm the potato.
Well, I've had a bit of a word with him. I kind of went and got to his house and had a look into his house and threatened.
You broke his legs.
Threatened his new dog.
Aww. Not the dog. I watched a movie.
Lovely.
I watched a movie last week. Just a little side tangent. Called The Babadook. And there's like a rule apparently in Hollywood where it's like if there's a dog in the movie, you don't kill the dog. The dog's too nice. And in this movie, the dog fucking dies. And it's like a very intense scene. And like the next day in the class, they just like the fact that dog died made that movie so much more interesting. Because if the dog lives, it's like fuck it, the dog lived or whatever. But it's like the dog died.
I listen to a lot of crime podcasts, and you should see what people are like. Yeah, he raped and killed like a whole family, 6 people, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, and then he killed the dog. No, he fucking killed the dog. I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
You fucking deserve to die. So many people are like, just because they fucking killed the dog.
Yeah.
They like we obviously we've heard about the murder and all that sort of stuff of people for fucking so fucking long, and then you kill an animal, you kill a fucking gerbil. Like obviously Seiko's killed his anal gerbils before, but yeah, and then they get so upset about the fucking thing. All right, look, it looks like
Let's continue on from this.
but it looks like I'm not going to be able to do my Vex episode. I put it up on Instagram that I'm going to do fucking this Vex, and
We've got another half an hour to go. Yeah, it's only been an hour.
well, I got an hour and 13 on me.
Oh, that's how long I've been live for. The 10-minute prior.
Right. Okay, all right. So let's do a bit of Vex, I reckon.
Yeah. All right, let's jump
I've
into
been
it.
waiting. Fucking waiting.
If we get through this fast enough, chat, we'll do some questions from you guys if you have any.
Yeah, look, like we said before, this is us writing a script on a certain subject. We're going through the timeline and all that sort of stuff. Agnikai did thing of names, but what I've done is I've got quotes, I've got what I've written, and then some other little bits that I've taken off other things. Give me feedback, because this is the first time I've written this sort of shit. But like, give me feedback, guys. I'd love to hear it. All right. Living metal, incomprehensible intelligence, grimoire description. The Vex come in a diverse array of shapes and sizes, but the majority share features such as a triangular conical head, single glowing photoreceptor, jointed limbs, and in several cases, array of flexible tentacles, just like my wife's pleasure toy. Despite their often animalistic appearance, the Vex appear to be a mass-produced unit, constructed of an unknown metal alloy resembling hammered brass. The machines are found throughout Sol and have had many evolutions, from the plant-covered Vex that have been found through the Garden of Salvation raid to the futuristic ones now that roam the moon of Europa. So we all know. So we've all gone through Garden of Salvation. They're the ones. They used to have the ones, I don't know if it was D1, that they had the big like circular hats on. You used to have to climb the stairs.
The precursors, they were in the Infinite Forest.
Yeah, and so we've seen the evolution, we've seen the de-evolution and all that sort of stuff, and because they can be in a lot of places because of the time traveling thing, it's pretty cool, because they're at the future, but they're at the past at the same time, and they can be in the same area at the same time.
Yes.
So, right, cool. This is my writing. They look to wander the garden in a haphazard patterns, but nothing is left to chance with these programmed mechs. Their programming was simple: cultivate the game, protect the flowers. Their bodies tarnished with sap and clinging vines that twisted through exposed wires and pistons. Moss covering the once slick and shining bodies. Vines grown until the mechanics seized with sickening crunches of gears and cogs, where they waited in silence until the single red eye faded. But this is not what the Vex are. The Vex are a tiny microorganism housed in radiolarian fluid and then armored in a construction of polished brass-like material and silica. All right. So we read when we did the Gardener and the Winnower, we know that the Gardener and the Winnower made the Vex. Whether they made the Radiolarian and then the Radiolarian brought all this brass material to house their bodies, it doesn't really go into that much detail. I don't think it's going to be like a sludgy white shit fucking growing across the floor, so I've just put them into robot bodies, because it's just easier to have them think. So I'm going off what I would expect in the Garden of Salvation, where they have got the grass, the roots, and all that shit growing in them.
Yeah.
Like, because they aren't allowed to damage the flowers. So I would imagine once the roots have got a hold, they're just going to allow them to just destroy them. Remember the Crucible, map? It looked, I can't remember the name of them, but I was trying to figure out where the Vex go to die. And it is actually one of the Crucible maps where they go to die. So once the Vex is
die.
Yeah, so once the Vex is up to the end of their life type of thing, they will travel over to this place, and then they will go into and die. And then they get made again.
Right. Like the Radiolarian inside the chassis is ready to...
They just go off to this Crucible map, where we have had Crucible. I think it's been taken out since the update. But they just go off and die there.
How interesting.
Like an elephant's graveyard type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. I was going to write something, and I fucking completely forgot to write down what
I didn't know that. So
the Crucible map is.
That's fucking interesting. I'll look more into that.
All right. Chemically, the Vex milk is an alkaline solution of dense salt in water. The salts range from sodium and calcium to lead, and even in barely detectable amounts of plutonium. Not good to drink. Suspended in this solution are cells of silicoid structure, 100 to 200 micrometers in size. Their shapes are heterogeneous, but always geometric, reminiscent of Earth's Radiolarian protozoa. Many have needle-like persuadopods, which transform between stiff spines and mottled whips on the basis of some piezoelectrical response. Imaging of internal structures detects a nucleus and genetic molecule analogous of a DNA, though I should speculate read-write times are much faster. Clovis Bray 1. So that usurp is from the new documentation that came out with Beyond Light, where they go into all the home planets and all that sort of stuff, which we will be over. I don't want to go too much into Clovis Bray because we will be talking about it later on. Okay. Any questions? Any questions, you fucks?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of what's going on. So, just quickly recapping. The Vex were created in the Garden with the Garden game, for the Garden game by the Gardener and the Winnower.
Yeah.
After the Gardener and the Winnower entered our world, the Vex were released into the world, into the universe. Sorry.
Stop.
I've gone too far.
Go into the detail. Too far.
I've gone too far.
Any questions about the other shit about the Radiolarian and stuff there? No. Cool.
I'm trying to think of. I still don't understand the Radiolarian the way it works.
So it's just like a. What I'm kind of putting it on is just say you get your motherboard and all your memory and all that sort of stuff on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but it's organic. So it's just in water.
Okay.
Like that thing. So that's why I kind of put it on. It's like a computer, but it's just housed in that type of thing. That's all I've kind of put it down to.
And the Vex is supposed to, and just not crossing words here, but it's just the way it's termed. The Vex is supposed to have a hive mind, aren't they? A shared mind.
Yes, they are a hive mind. So yeah. So you know in the new Captain Marvel film?
Mm-hmm.
So you know where she's got when she's fighting all the Kree and they have that one big that woman that she fights and that's thing. So that's a hive mind. So they class that as a hive mind, so she couldn't be able to control it. But there still has to be one mind, though. So there still has to be one mind controlling every other mind.
Right.
There still has to. You can't just have a pure hive mind. Like even if you think of bees, they're classed as a hive thing.
Yeah.
But there's still the queen is telling everybody kind of what to do.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll have to have like top end, but everybody else is connected down below.
Okay. There's no, to put it more simply, I guess, there's no individuality that humans have. Like, we still have people we listen to, but we still have our own independence, whereas Vex will just work as one coherent unit.
Just jumping ahead, like, into the next chapter of this. So, Quinoa, whatever, Blade Transform. So, she's, like, I keep saying she. It's not Quinoa, it's bloody fucking Cura.
Yeah.
So she's, I keep saying she because every time I read in it and stuff like that, it feels like she's a she, and it feels like that has its own ability to do what they need to do. She needs to go. All right, we're gonna learn. Blade logic, the blade logic and stuff like that. But the way they describe it is that she has her own ability to come away from the hive mind.
Okay.
Because she does other things that she's made to understand the blade logic. So then she's got the ability to make alterations and new people to combat the blade logic, because the rest of the hive can't understand the rest of the Vex. Yeah, so she's in there, but some of her actions are outside the logic of the Vex.
Okay.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one. I keep calling them she, but like we call cars she's all the time.
I think they refer to her. I forget its name now, but they refer to it as a she because it takes the form of not a Hydra. Ulrash Ulrash.
No. So she makes a whatever the fucking thing. Fuck me, I can't fucking think of it.
A simulation.
Simulation of Ulrash. So she's still Kira, but then she throws this simulation of Orash at Oryx
Yeah.
during the fight, so they can learn, and then can learn the blade logic, and then she just fucking
Sword
wipes up. Then he wipes up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sword logic, fucking sword logic.
It's-
Blade logic.
All of the world of Destiny. Yeah. Okay. So they're. It's like Vinny said. They're a collective intelligence, so they're not
Yeah.
a single.
No,
thought.
they are classed. They are classed as a hive mind. There is
Yeah.
details in the logic and the law where they are a hive mind. But they surely if you given names, individual names to each part of them, then surely they have an individual.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
think as well. Because like I hate to reference this show, but take an episode of Rick and Morty for example, where Rick starts dating an entity called Unity, where Unity is just it's literally a single mind, and it'll just possess different bodies, but it'll still speak through those different bodies as if it's the one being.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the Vex will be more like you're saying, different minds in the Vex will do different intelligent things and learn different things, so they're still on an individual basis in that way.
But still can be controlled by a single hive mind.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
weird. It's just so. It's just an odd thing.
I feel like I'm writing a thesis. Yeah,
Mate, I've been fucking. It took me like 2 weeks to write the fucking paragraph because I just fucking going around in bloody circles.
it is a funny episode, Marv. You're right. It's one of my favorites.
Well, the Rick and Morty one.
I like a bit of Rick and Morty. Not all of it is amazing to me. Like the Pickle Rick episode was good. The Unity episode's one of my favorites, and usually when they go to the Citadel of Ricks is what I enjoy the most.
Sluts. The slut dragon.
Oh, I forgot about the Slut Dragon.
You slut. You
You
slut.
filthy Slut Dragon. They don't reason why, they simply do. They have leaders who are stored procedures to pursue a goal. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, Vinny.
That's it. That's exactly right. All right. The winnower and gardener, so moored with a flower game of life and death, paid little heed to their footfalls, crushing machines underfoot that cared for their garden. The machines, in turn, also ignored the bickering that arose from the entities. They ignored the fights that broke out between these two beings, just going about repairing the soft loam and flowers damaged by the paracausal feet. But if a pest should arise, the hive-minded robots attacked with impunity. Their flayed head turned into the threat in unison. They converged onto the pest in halting jumps, shimmering in and out of reality, covering the space quickly, swarming the intruder, and forcing the game back to neutrality. So, they were brought. So the Vex were made to one, look after the garden, one, to calculate the flowers, the thing of the end result of the flowers.
Yeah.
But then if any pest should arise. Now, the only pest that they talk about within the book, the Gardener and the Winnower book, are worms. Whether that is depicted of the worms from the hive, we do not know. It doesn't go into any more detail than that. And that is the only other entity that is mentioned in that whole fucking book.
Okay.
So that's where the hive mind thing comes from. Like I said, but like that would basically put if it was the worms off the hive, that will put them in the same age group as the gardener and the winnower. So
Yeah.
they like the start of creation, so they've been there since the start of creation, the worms and all that sort of stuff. And then that will possibly put the Ahamkara in the same category, because they kind of loosely the same fucking entities
Yeah.
as we kind of discussed before, you know.
Okay. So we know the Vex are from the garden. Yeah, the garden itself.
Yeah.
Do we have much evidence that they're active outside of our universe, outside of our solar system, outside of Sol itself?
Well, look, there is leading onto it, because like the way I'm jumping into chapter 2. So when let me Oh no, I'll answer this now, otherwise I'm going to lose the train of thought. So when Crota cut the slice in and opened the rift between his world and the Vex world, I'm going to use the blue planet, the hypergiant. Okay.
Yep.
So when they came in through the rift into the throne room, into the Vex world, they couldn't function in the Vex's homeworld because the physics were different.
Okay.
So they would come in and they would lose strength because the physics are different in those two worlds, and that included the Vex. When they come into the throne room, they lost power as well because they couldn't understand the physics in the throne room of the sword logic.
Okay.
So yes, kind of like that. Yes, they may be out of the Sol system because the physics doesn't work. The physics are different, but the way the Vex travel, I would imagine
It's all the same to them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's the way they travel, the way they described after the fight between the Winnow and the Gardener, where it does actually break the flower game and throw it into the cosmos.
Yeah.
Is yes and no. It doesn't mention that. It doesn't say outright that these guys are there, but it does say, just on the conversation about physics, if they were in Sol, the physics would be exactly the same. If the sword logic physics work in our Sol, in Sol, then their physics would work. But because they've gone into each other and the physics don't work, I'm going to say they are way out into the different solar systems.
Okay.
Just through the physics, through the conversation of the physics, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right. So this is all stuff that I kind of wrote myself.
Oh, cool.
Anger overflowed over an argument of rules, and a battle broke out within the garden, leaving the landscape a smoking tatters as the two bodies tore at each other. The tree of silver wings tumbling down in a smoking ruin, crushing overgrown and operating mechanical bodies alike under his bows. Flowers were turned from the ground and crushed under floundering bodies, and still the machines carried out the original programming, even if the flower game was halted. The sky tore under blows that echoed across the destroyed landscape, ripping the world apart and forming new worlds, pests. The flower game of creation escaped into the new world, and so did the Vex. Their radiolarian blood was buffeted through the ensuing chaos of creation that rained down on distant planets. But without the game, what do they become? So that's what our conversation was before that. Vex are supposed to be the only neutral party in the whole game.
Yeah.
Because when we saw the Darkness Triangle, they were the only ones not in that.
At the end of Season of Arrivals, when we're in that room, and we got that image of. It makes more sense now, actually, with this season. Humanity was in the light.
Yep.
Cabal were in the light. Vex were nowhere to be seen, and the Fallen were being shrouded by the pyramid in darkness.
Yeah. And then they were the ones obviously got the new stasis powers. So whether it's they try and the Vex, the only programming that they got is one, look after the flower game, calculate the flower game, and kill any pests.
Yeah.
But are we classing because the flower game got pushed into all the world?
Yeah.
Is everything the flower game? So everything that's not the flower game is a pest. And so that's why they attack with such impunity over everything. They attack everybody. So you got fucking Cabal there, Fallen there, us there, they attack us.
Yeah. Do you agree with what Vinny just said in the chat? They're not so neutral as they seek to dominate both light and dark. Do you think they seek to dominate?
They don't dominate. They've been classed as the only neutral party. That is canon that they are a neutral party, and I think they just want everything to go back because I don't think they evolved too well. I think they evolved to certain programmable patterns. So, all right, we need to learn this, we need to learn that, we need to do this, and then it comes back to the core programming and of looking after the game and then bringing back everything to the Flower game as it was. Possibly, I don't think it's dominating. I think it's just they want everything to go back to the way it was at the beginning. And in theory, that is dominating because they need to fucking kill everything for it to go back there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's domineering, but I think it's just.
So it's not dominating in the sense of suppression. It's regaining control to maintain their programming, which is continue the Flower game to its finality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, yeah. It's not domineering. It's the control over the Flower game, and it's the initial programming of killing all the pests, and it's just a wee. Because remember they were there where there was just 3 entities, possibly 4 if you add the worm. So it's the Vex, Gardener, Winnower, Worm.
Tree.
There's nothing else. Well,
we don't know about the tree. We don't know about the tree.
That's not the entity. That's not an entity as of that's a thing that comes out later. But you got 4 entities: Worm, Gardener, Winnower, Vex.
Yeah.
So that's all they have to worry about. They are programmed not to fight the Winnower, not to fight the Gardener.
Yeah.
That's why they ignore it when the Gardener steps on them. Because I expect them to be quite big. I don't fucking know. I'm just kind of making up godlike and all that sort of shit.
It's all relative, isn't it?
All right, and this is one. All right. So the way the Vex got thrown into the world. Okay, so when the Gardener Winnower shattered the Flower game, the Radiolarian got thrown out. All right, so saline meltwater of comets orbiting the first stars. That broth of chemical became their substrate, and they learned to catalyze impossible chemistry with quantum tricks. Then they rained from the sky in the steaming seas, a fallow worlds, and there they built their first housing of geometry and silica. When the world does not match the eternal pattern, they alter the world to suit it. There is no difference between reality and simulation to them. Inside is the same as outside, and the two must be made to correspond. So the way they describe it is when the Flower game got shattered, their Radiolarian was thrown out, but as a comet coming past, their Radiolarian was attached to the comet. Okay. And when that hit a planet, that Radiolarian that survived would go into the seas and then mass produce. And then that's where the Vex came from, building the silica structures of brass, and then they turned that planet into what they wanted to turn it into.
Yeah.
And that goes again. So then they fucking go back out, hit another fucking comet, and that goes to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And so that's how they built their. Why that's the way I read it. That's how they built their whole culture. Well,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, civilization.
Civilization, that's a better word. They built a civilization, but just basically jumping on a comet and fucking off to a different planet, making that, and then having the ability to attach through Vex gates to come back into the thing.
Yeah.
So Clovis Bray's Vex gate, the gateway thing on the new Europa, that connects to their home planet, which is the blue dwarf giant.
Okay. All right, time for one more, and then we're gonna wrap up.
All right. So this is my thing. Okay. So I got a little bit of usurp and a little bit of a quote. When Radiolarian fluid comes into contact with non-Vex matter, it will attempt to turn the host into a Vex unit. So once the Radiolarian has a foothold on the planet, then it is only a matter of time before the whole planet will be transformed in geometric towers of glass and metal. Coming back to what. When we talked about the Gardener Winnower, we had a discussion about some of the quotes. This is off the darkness. They learned the rules that governed which patterns would flourish in the game and which would dwindle. They learned those rules because they were the rules. And in time, the Gardener became vexed, the darkness. So back to what I said like a couple of weeks ago. Did the Traveller make the Vex in his own image?
Huh.
Because now it comes to light that if anything touches the Radiolarian, it will automatically try to become Vex. It will automatically try and make that person Vex. Look at Asher Mia.
Yeah.
He touched the Raven, he got an arm.
Yes.
So the Traveler made the Vex in his own image, because we know the Traveler's a machine. We cracked him open and we knew he was a machine. He is the same color as a regular alien. Yes, paracausal and all that sort of stuff. The Vex aren't paracausal.
No.
So, or the other way around. The Vex were made, then it changed the Traveler into a Vex, and that's what he is. He's a big Vex fucking construct just sitting in a fucking plane that doesn't want to fucking talk.
If anything, I think it's the former, where he created the Vex in his own image, or it affected the light, affected the Radiolarian in such a way with the light for it to expand and grow as it has. And the Radiolarian's understanding of the light far exceeds our own.
Yeah.
But it can't understand us because it didn't ever have a need for guardians, so it doesn't understand light in that way, and that's why it can't mimic us.
Yeah.
But it essentially the Vex had a golden age like we had, but it never went out of it. It doesn't ever understand paracausal. That's why it struggles with the Hive, because they have become the top end people have become paracausal. Yeah.
So that's why you got in the Black Garden, there's Cabal there. I don't know if there's Hive there ever. Is there Hive there?
In the garden?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So is that because they can't understand paracausal? That's why there's no guardians there, because they can't do paracausal. That's why when Kura fucking whatever the fucking shit's name is, Blade Transform, brings in, then she will only has him as Urash and not Oryx, because he's become paracausal at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so she can only simulate a non-paracausal form. But she managed to look into his past without ever knowing anything about his past, just by looking at him, to find that piece of him. So it begs the question, if she looked at us, what form would she pull out of us?
Well, she pulled us before we become paracausal, so she'd be pull it and we'd just be an ordinary human.
Wouldn't it be funny if that's how people found out that Crow is Aldrin, because it simulated Crow as Aldrin? Can you imagine if that was like the season finale?
Yeah, like it's now I'm looking into it. It's something. I'd be mind fucked, because I mean trying to get her off all these different things and all this sort of stuff, and trying to like patch it all together.
Yeah.
Vex simply exists to find balance. Good and evil are human construct. They seek the most efficient paths of life. Very good fucking quote, Vinny.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can tell you what's going to do. All right.
All right, we're gonna leave it there for tonight. Thank you everyone for listening.
Don't you do your business?
Stick around, because we're going to raid into a different stream tonight. I'm not going to be going live after this. I've got other things to do, unfortunately. But Sebs will be online playing Destiny. If anyone in our clan is playing, he'll be online running the new mission. I'm going to raid us into a different stream for tonight, so stick around and give that stream us all of your support and all of your love. Thank you so much for watching. Sebs, do you want to say anything before we go?
Well, cheers, guys. Look, we're all on all things. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and all those sort of stuff. Cheers, guys. Thanks for the comments and the thing. Vince, you've been fucking great. Everybody else, fantastic. Fuck you all. I'm Aria. See you later.
Peace.